Our message has been straightforward and simple, and it's true. The border is closed.
He's basically saying that the United States will not secure our border, and that is a big welcome sign to migrants from across the world.
President Trump dismantled the orderly, humane, and efficient way of allowing children to make their claims under United States law in their home countries.
The Biden administration dismantled the very effective policies of the Trump administration.
No, I think they've created the crisis. He says he has a plan. I haven't seen a plan.
We are expelling families. We are expelling single adults. And we've made a decision that we will not expel young, vulnerable children. We have seen large numbers of migration in the past. We know how to address it.
Let me tell you the crisis. We need to address our immigration laws in this country that are broken.
Yes.
What we see at the border is one exhibit of evidence of that.
The public health exclusionary order. They lifted that order as it relates to minors. Well, guess what we have now at the border? Lots more minors.
Are you concerned that the word will go out and you'll get unaccompanied minors from all over the world trying to come to our southern border?
It doesn't work that way, Chuck. The system is a complex one.
They have created this crisis of children coming in.
All of these bogus asylum claims are taking up so much manpower and resources at the border. That means that we also have other threats, like increases in fentanyl and other kinds of drug trafficking, or persons on the terrorist watch list crossing into our border.
Over 100,000 people in custody, 13,000 migrant children. This is a historic record for the agency. It's been the reverse of the Biden administration, of the Trump policies, and it needs attention.
The traffickers are smart. Cartels are smart. They know our laws, policies, and this started right after the election. In the last 2 months, we've seen a real surge.
We strongly urge, and the message is clear, not to do so now. I cannot overstate the perils of the journey that they take. Do not come.
Do not come. Everybody's very busy telling everybody do not come. Don't come to Florida. Don't come to Texas. Don't come to Arizona. Don't come to the border. Don't go to El Paso. Don't go to the Rio Grande. Everybody's very busy telling everybody not to come. Look, every year we go through this. Every single freaking year. We go through a mass migration, okay? Every year. This year is not worse than 2019. No, it's not. It's about the same, but you would expect that it would be. You would expect that it would be worse. Why? Because they had these massive hurricanes in Honduras, and they have governments that are super, super corrupt and don't give a damn, and the places aren't built to withstand this kind of disaster, and so of course you're going to see a lot of migration. People can't survive there. You can't live, and they have no claim of asylum. They just don't have any claim, and I don't know what they're doing about. Oh, come on, you had the same exact situation with Donald Trump, but with Donald Trump, his immigration policy it was cruelty was the point of his immigration policy. He thought that if he was just just cruel and would separate women and children and put the kids in, jail and the mothers would be deported and the kids wouldn't know where their parents, that the cruelty would be a dissuading thing, And let me tell you something. Nobody would put themselves through a trip like this. Nobody would, walk and ride the top of a train and go hungry and walk through a desert. I mean, you think about why somebody would do that. And trust me, it's not because El Paso is so freaking beautiful. No offense, El Paso. I lived out there. But I mean, it's not because, it's just so gorgeous here, or it's such a party atmosphere here, or people, the kids want to just hang with us. No, it's desperation, okay? And it's fear of not being able to eat, fear of being drowned, fear of, being, forced to join a gang, fear of death, fear that your family's going to die, that they're going to get shot. Okay? And it's because of the imperialistic American policy towards Central America. We did this, and now we have to fix it. And it's never going to stop. Every spring and summer, you're going to have the same damn thing. Spring is a little less risky than summer. Summer, you die in the desert, okay? That we know. So every year it gets, we get this migration, and every year everyone bitches and moans and bellyaches and, oh my God, what are we going to do? And look at the children and blah, 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 because we do nothing for the root cause. And here's the difficult part. You can't give money. You can't just give money to the Honduran president. Oh, you don't even know his name. Okay, you won't even bother to learn their names. Okay, you can't give money to the Guatemalan president, and you can't give money to the Salvadoran president. Okay, these are corrupt right-wing lunatics. You cannot do it. So you have to figure out a way to get this money to NGOs. You have to figure out a way to get this money to women and children. You have to figure. A country that can send $1,400 checks to every one of us certainly could afford to fix some of the problems that we caused in El Salvador. We certainly could fix. And think about the amount that these private prisons that Trump was using were charging, like $750 a day per child. Remember that? And so what did Biden do? He came in and he barred private prisons from contracting with immigration. And now Biden caused this. You know what? I want to curse so bad because, this is just ridiculous. The only time that the Republicans get incensed about unaccompanied minors being in the custody of America is when there's a Democratic president. Other than that, they don't give a damn. Do whatever you want to them. Cruelty is the point of our immigration policy. Well, I got news for you. Cruelty won't solve it, and kindness won't solve it. The only thing that will solve it is actually having free and fair elections in these countries, financing them, monitoring them, and making sure that we don't sell, pepper balls to these governments, that we don't sell incendiary devices to these governments, so that when the protesters try to tell you by getting out on the street that our elections weren't free and fair, okay, there was fraud in our election, we didn't vote for this guy, we know that this guy is a drug trafficker. And that's exactly what happened in Honduras, okay? You got a guy there, his name is Juan Hernandez. Easy to remember. If I put his middle name in there, it's Orlando. Then you'll get I can't remember his whole name. It's Juan Hernandez. That's an easy name to remember. He is literally, the SDNY, Southern District of New York, literally has a case on him for being a cocaine trafficker. That's the president of Honduras. That's the president. And he was invited to the White House by Donald Trump. Of course he was. Give me a freaking break here with this coddling of dictators in Central America. It's just the sickest, saddest thing I've ever seen in my life. Guatemala, they got a guy in there that's, he's a problem too. And then they got this young guy in Salvador, Nayib Bukele. I mean, none of these elections were above board. And the people try and tell you this, and then when they go out in the street, gas them. Just like Trump did to our peaceful protesters. Yet when his protesters went to Capitol Hill, now they're looking at sedition charges against these protesters that went to Capitol Hill on January 6th. Now they're looking at sedition. It's about freaking time, because those charges are the only thing that are separating Donald Trump's administration from Honduras and Guatemala and El Salvador.